Hey gang, today I'm going to show you a really easy update that will beautify your house beyond your wildest dreams. I'm going to be replacing a bunch of the old doors in my house with these 2-panel doors like the one you see behind me. It's a cheap update that costs only about $70 a door once you factor in the price of paint and hardware, and it's really easy to do yourself. So why don't you come along for the ride? This door is about 1 inch too long, so I'm just measuring it out and marking where I want to make my cut. My circular saw will make quick work of trimming off the bottom of the door. Dr. Pepper, you owe me money. I'll accept payment in gold bullion or small unmarked bills. Now I'm going to remove the veneer, or the nice looking part, from the core of the door, which is the solid portion that I just removed from the bottom. Once the veneer is removed, I can put the core back into the bottom of the door. You'll see in a minute why that's necessary. I've probably never shown this on camera before, but I always like to check and make sure that my fence is nice and square, which is what I'm doing now with my combination square. I have an older table saw, so the fence can sometimes get out of square. A table saw is definitely not a required tool for this project, but it certainly makes removing the veneer quick and easy. You need to put the core back into the door, otherwise you have very thin veneer on either side, making the door really flimsy and very easy to break. I'm just using a basic Titebond glue here on either side of the door, and then I'm going to put the core back in place and then tape it to hold it in place while the glue dries. Now that the door is cut to the proper height, it's time to check the width. I'm still about 1/8 of an inch wide on this door, so I'm going to mark along the outside edge of the door before I trim it with my planer. When using an electric hand planer to trim a door, make one nice fluid pass. Don't keep lifting it up like I'm doing. That is, of course, unless your door frame is also wavy. Here I'm using the Miles Craft Hinge Mate. It costs about $15 and it comes with everything you need to mortise hinges into a door, minus the actual router. When that's done, I just use a little wood filler to fill in the screw holes from the Hinge Mate, and then I'm ready for paint. If you want a nice smooth finish on your door, spend a little extra money and get a really nice paint sprayer. Mine did not come out terribly smooth, but it's good enough for me. And now we're ready to attach the door to the frame. Lovely. To cut in the doorknob, I used a Craftsman doorknob jig of some sort. If you're going to do this yourself, I wouldn't recommend getting this jig. I would find something that clamps to the door. This particular one tended to move around a lot, making it a little more challenging to cut in the holes. I would also strongly recommend pre-drilling your pilot hole without the hole saw. It makes it a lot easier to put your hole exactly where you want it. Case in point, I did not drill the latch hole for this door where it should have been, and the functionality of the door suffers as a result. On the plus side, of the 6 doors that I installed, this is the only one I had that problem with. Unfortunately, this is also the only install that I filmed. Installing the knob components is a fairly simple process. I just wish they could figure out how to put the screws in a place that you could access them easily with a screwdriver. That angle leads to stripping of the screws. Testing. 1, 2. Looks good. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I also really enjoy interacting with all of you in the comments, so comment away.